Welcome back. For the last few days, we have been relentless in our reportage on the water crisis to hit the financial capital of this country, Mumbai. Mumbaikars are facing 50, even 80% cuts in water. It's because of a tunnel, a water tunnel that was burst due to illegal construction activity by a private builder. On the 31st of March, the BMC had put out a message saying that the water crisis will last at least for a month. They have now promised that the water crisis will end on the 23rd of April. That's well in advance. They've also said that that crucial water tunnel that was punctured has now been repaired. Not just that, that the repairs have been done in a record time, in 18 days, instead of the 1 month time that was sought by the BMC. So does this mean that we will have some relief? Let me go across to Abhishek, my colleague, for the latest.
It was in the last week of March when BMC announced a 15% water cut for the city of Mumbai till April 30th. But the water cut was more than 50% experienced by Mumbaikar on the ground. It was Mirror Now's relentless coverage for 72 hours, which brought to you the ground reports from the streets of Mumbai where Mumbaikars were suffering. We held accountable to BMC that what is going on and how much more time do you want to take to repair this damage. On the other side, we also questioned the Guardian Minister for the city of Mumbai, who took a review meeting and later assured that immediate work will be done in this regards. And today, BMC has announced that the said tunnel, which supplies 65% of water to the city of Mumbai, has been repaired in the record time of 18 days. And it will be fully operational by 23rd of April, revising their deadline of 30th April. Definitely, Mirror Now's continuous relentless coverage on this issue has given a huge relief to Mumbaikars, and we assure that we will continue to raise the voice for Mumbaikars in future also.
So 23rd April is when the full supply of water has to return. We'll have to wait and see if that actually happens. Of course, we'll be tracking that. Meanwhile, Dr. N.A Mehta, former CEO of Mumbai First and an activist, is with me on the show. Mr. Mehta, thank you so much for joining us here on Beyond the Headline. And, you know, we're glad to see the BMC actually taking cognizance of our campaign, taking action, and at least fixing this tunnel quickly. But I want to bring to the notice of our viewers that this tunnel was punctured in November last year. Everything started moving in the last few days. Why should have people had to suffer to this extent and frankly still continue to till the water supply is restored? Most of Mumbai is still dependent on tankers. Yes, Mr. Mehta, can you hear me?
Yes, now I can hear you. I couldn't hear what you said before this.
Yes, no problem. The question I was asking was that should people in the city have had to suffer for so long? We're relieved that there is some action happening now, but it should have happened much earlier, isn't it?
Absolutely. First of all, let me thank Mumbai Mirror for doing a very constructive journalism. This is an ideal example of how constructive journalism can help the city and urbanization and governance. And I totally agree with you that we Indian bureaucracy is in the habit of being post-active instead of being pre-active. And it is people like you and the coverage that you and your team has brought about has actually enlightened the bureaucracy to roll up its sleeves and provide relief to a common citizen who has had no water for 2 days. I know of people in Kolaba and South Bombay and certain other places who did not have water for 2 and 3 days. So this is, I think, a great achievement, and I must, on behalf of the rest of the people of Mumbai, thank you and congratulate you.
Now, thank you for that, Dr. Mehta. But I think the question still remains that what are the long-term solutions? In this case, there was one pipe burst. But, you know, water shortages are unfortunately not new to this city. What are the long-term solutions that we now need to work on?
So to start with, Mumbai needs 3,850 million liters of water per day. And the solution is to be preemptive, not to allow unplanned urbanization to take place, also have regular checks, even when you give licenses to these builders to start digging and even doing construction work, or maybe it's road repairs or anything of that sort. It should be properly planned, it should be properly supervised, and each of the department in the BMC should take responsibility in carrying out their job. That is one thing. Secondly, you must not forget, with the high-rise buildings coming up, the requirement for water is huge because everybody wants running water. And therefore, you need to have more waters, you need to have more systems in place like recycling of water, having rainwater harvesting. These are the things that the BMC should start working. I mean, I know they have started working. There are a few tanks that they've just managed to set up, but that's not enough. Another thing is the depletion of groundwater level. That's another issue that we need to look at, and also these slum rehabilitation projects. Now we have people staying in tall buildings and they also are in a habit of having running water. So this is something that we need to look at also. And,
when you say habit of having running water, in this day and age, it should be a basic right. It should be a basic right if we want to try and be one of the top cities in the world. Yes.
It should be. Absolutely. What I'm comparing to is when they were staying in the slums, they used to have water by the bucket. Now they are used to having water by the tap. And as you rightly said, it's proper governance. It's trying to become one of the best cities in the world. That is what is being professed. But to get there, we need to be preemptive and not proactive.
All right. Let's hope that there are long-term solutions after all of this. Thank you so much, Dr. Mehta, for joining us on the show.